Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank y'all for stopping by again to the live stream. What's up, Jacob Tanjay? I don't know if Michael Beecher Life is going to be on here today, but shout out to the NTZ crew, all my old heads, that's Cisco, King Arthur, Earl Teo, Robert Morris. I see all y'all on here, man. Thank y'all so much. I saw where I went over 56,000 subscribers today. Thank y'all, man, for your support over the years, man, throughout the years. It means a lot to me. I don't take that for granted. I never imagined in my wildest dreams I would hit 50,000, let alone 56. It continues to grow. Any new viewers and subscribers on here today, welcome to the live stream. And anybody catching this on live stream, we always have a topic. The topic today is, what's your best case scenario for your retirement? We're going to talk about that among other things. What's up, Jabraz? Phil? That would be your goal for your retirement. If everything worked out the way you expect it to, what would it be? What would your retirement look like? Because that's what you want to write down on a piece of paper right now. You want to take it out of your head and put it down on paper, because otherwise it's not a goal, it's a wish. You're wishing. Okay? That's all it is. What time is it travel? What's going up, bro? What's going on, brother? Hey, Robert. Yeah, Jacob John. They said show some love, crew. Get the thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we want to talk about that. The peso is 56.44. It's creeping up. It was 56.34 on my members only live stream yesterday. And shout out to my members on here. Thank y'all for your continued support. Yeah, it was 56.34. Now it's 56.44. And if you're coming over here right now, the video I did today, it is the high season. This is little stuff that you need to know. I didn't know it. When I came over here the first time, it was in April. 15 years ago, I'm celebrating 15 years in the Philippines. I thought the man was cheating me. He wasn't. It was the high season, but I didn't know it. What's up, Soul Snatcher? Ken McLeod, he said from Davao. Wow, he's in the province, Oriental. Y'all been getting hit there, man, with them earthquakes and stuff, floods and stuff, landslides. What's up, Hood Jay? W Secrets to Success. Best of luck, man. Selling your house. I saw where Shaq is selling a house not too far. Well, I don't know how far it would be from you, but it's in Texas. He wants a meal ticket for his. I think you want what, 1.2 million? I was going to screenshot it and send it to you, just kind of see how yours matched up to his, because I think his is 5,800 square foot. How many square feet is your house? W Secrets of Success. Anybody in the market for, a beautiful house? This guy's got a house, guys, okay? In Texas. I think it's right outside Dallas somewhere. Yeah, this is live. Nathaniel Drug Free. Now remember, all you members, usually on Wednesday, I have a members only live stream. I don't know if y'all know that or not, because, I'm thankful to the people that show up, but I'm like, wow, where's all my members? Yeah, but W Secrets to Success is just an unbelievable house. He's the real deal. I couldn't imagine having a 1.2 million house. When I bought my house, my first house in America in 2004, I bought it for $114,000. But remember, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. That's a nice lick for real. And they gave me $5,000 off of that toward my closing. So they really wanted 119. The selling price was 129. But of course they'll come down once you do You get the inspection and all of that. And the owner of the house, it was his children who was selling the house. He was in a nursing home, so they really needed the money. Alexander Neville, man, he says, I'll sell both my houses and liquidate, move to a peso country. Number one choice is leaning toward the Philippines. What's up, Elad? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Alan. Yeah, if you just got here, the topic is your best case scenario for your retirement. If everything works out exactly the way you've got it in your head right now, what would that look like? Now, write it down on some paper and put it away. Because our memory isn't what it used to be. Remember, guys, when we get on the plane, we volunteer for that lobotomy. They remove the prefrontal cortex. So your memory's gone too. You don't have any memory. So you need to write that down. Otherwise, it's just a wishful thinking. You don't remember what you had for lunch yesterday. Now you're trying to remember all those goals and everything you got for your retirement. It's not going to work. Write it down. Look at it several times a day if you have to, whatever it takes. It cannot not happen, guys. This is the law. How do you think everything comes into existence? Somebody takes it out of their head because that's where it starts, and they write it down. Everything starts that way. We're creators too. What's up, King Arthur? Yeah, he said, Hood Jay says, how the old school taught me, I had your hand, I throw man in. He said, if I had my hand, I'd throw man in. But yeah, if you coming over here right now, you're going to pay a little bit more for your plane ticket. You're going to probably, some of your first choices for Airbnb and hotel are going to be fully booked because this is the high season. And they really have a high season here. We're going to Siquijor next week. Remember, we've been trying to go for several weeks, but I forgot it's high season. Hell, one place that we normally stay is $21. They want $37. It's down to 30 now. Eventually, it's back to normal. It's going to be back to normal next week. That's why we're going. So just remember that. Also, I think it's only fair. We spoke about the changes. Are they even? They're not really new. According to what I've been reading, a lot of this stuff's been on the books for a while. But wait, there's Booby. Let me see. Just say hello and then get out of here. They're actually Article 194 and 195 of the Civil Code in the Philippines. I wouldn't panic over that stuff. We talked a little bit about it yesterday on the members live stream. Y'all making too big of a deal out of it. After I made the video and asked people not to send me any more messages, a guy sends me one today. And I'm like, dude, are you even over here? Do you have a Filipino girlfriend or wife? Don't worry about that. It's not going to happen. Good luck enforcing that. You'll be a damn fool if you let them enforce that. But let's be honest, okay? We're already supporting everybody anyway. So what's the big deal? Just because the government's stepping in and making you do it, or because it's on the books, you're doing it anyway. I'm going to tell you what the money tree looks like over here. It goes from your hand to her, from her to the mother, from the mother, she spreads it out among everybody else. That's how it works. So you're already taking care of everybody. Quit complaining. It's a good conversation piece. That's what it is. Eventually, you're going to see that video on all the big vloggers. They're going to have it on there. Okay? They're going to say, see, look, especially the ones who are trying to knock us for traveling and going overseas and dating women overseas. Remember, man, I'm one of the first to tell you the earth is my home. Okay, I'm not restricted to some place I'm supposed to live. I don't know where they get that. You know, yeah, W Secrets, he said, she's becoming a big girl, Cal. Sharp, man, sharp. I'm so happy she is. I mean, much, much older than any 3-year-old over here. She's way beyond them, man. Booby's really, I'm really proud of Booby. You know, it's better she's that way than the other way. Okay. But that's part of my retirement. You know, I had to redesign my retirement plan. But another question I would ask you is, what laws should you know about over here that you don't know? That you're just sitting around waiting for another vlogger to pop up and tell you about? And you coming over here to these countries, not just the Philippines, but all these other countries, man, at least know the remnants of the law. You know, jaywalking's a big deal in the Philippines. Did you know that? You probably didn't know it. It is. If you in the Philippines and you somewhere where there's traffic enforcers and you go against the light or against the traffic, man, you're going to get a ticket. They're going to stop you and pull you to the side. What's up, Angelo? But y'all just tripping, man, because we already taking care of the family over here. So stop with all that, man, you know. What's up, Handicrafts? And Calvin, why did you decide to wife up a woman who has 2 kids? Because I already had 4 when I met her. No, actually I had 6. So I don't play that hypocrite stuff. Okay, what difference does it make? Okay. I mean, we're not married technically. We're living partners. We might as well be married. But you know, you guys, I mean, how many single mothers do you have? Have you created? You created some if you got children. If you're 60 years old, 50, 45, and you don't have children, you know, hey, I just gotta say, hey, what's going on with you? You either can't have children, something's going on with you. But I'm not too good to date. She's a woman. That's a fact. Okay, and I got children, so no. Well, I didn't say it's disrespectful. I'm just telling you, you asked me the question. And I'm trying to answer it. Okay? It never crossed my mind because that's being too shallow. Okay? I know what I was looking for. Now, if I would have narrowed it down even more, I wouldn't be with her. She checked all the other boxes. I'm easy to get along with. You know, one of the things I wanted, you know, when me and my wife split up, I said the next woman that I'm with, she's got to be able to ride a motorcycle. I put that out there in the universe. And that's the first thing I saw was her motorcycle. See, because I'm already my own man. I don't need any woman to make me or to validate me. I just want somebody I can trust. I want somebody, a companion, somebody that can come along with me on this journey. She doesn't have to be perfect. You know, Alexander says any man that's been in a marriage or relationship in the West should know better than to put themselves in a bad situation like that, but we still have those that will never learn. See an attorney first. Yeah, I mean, you don't even know the laws in your own country, let alone in these new countries that we come into. Even when you go on vacation in a country, you should know what you can do, what you cannot do. Take out a cigarette and start smoking in front of one of these hotels or restaurants or schools or somewhere and see what happens to you. You don't even know that. One of my subscribers, well, hell, he's a friend now. He got a 10,000 peso fine in Cebu, smoking. within a certain meters of a business. He said you can get killed trying to cross the street in Manila. Yeah. Or in Cebu. That was the hardest thing I ran into when I first got over here, April 2009. Trying to cross that damn street, it's a circle, Fuentes Circle. You got Robinson, then you got that Fuentes Park in the middle, and the little businesses around there, Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's, and all that. Well, I'm on the other side. I guess I'm coming from the park or somewhere. Well, hell, it took me forever, man. I know how to cross the street now. You got to go with the flow. Put that hand up there, stopping everybody, because they'll stop. Hey, Off the Cuff Adventures with Jamie says, hey, Cal, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm retired now. Hey, congratulations, man. So what is your best case scenario for your retirement? Off the Cuff Adventures with Jamie. I think I just saw you on the Philippine Annex live stream, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Jeffrey Chatter? He said, retire for real first, not part-time. Yeah, see, but with a goal, Harold Till, you'll be able to do that. But most of us, we just work up to the last minute to say, jump off the wheel. We don't have no plans or anything. We make it up as we go, and many of us have to go back to work. Remember, 48% of us, in America, re-enter the workforce after retirement for financial reasons. We don't have any choice. I mean, that's a big percentage, man. That's scary. We can't afford to retire. What that's telling me is they didn't have any plans at all for their retirement. My sister was one of them. He says, are you happy? You seem to be very tense. Well, if you don't watch my video today, I told you, sometimes I get passionate. It's just who I am. It's my makeup, man. You people don't know me for real. You can't judge me. You can't watch a few videos of mine and tell me I'm tense. If you don't know me, did you grow up with me? You didn't. Trust me, if I was tense, but why shouldn't I be tense? I'm 8,000 miles from home. That's just having my head on a swivel, but I'm not tense like you think I am. Is that all you seeing in my videos? You're watching my videos and that's all you seeing? No wonder why you guys come over and fall flat on your face. You're looking for the wrong thing. He said, who is the hell is this handicraft? He said, what the hell's wrong with single mothers? His mother's probably was a single mother. Mine was. But I don't understand it. Okay, we create single mothers when we get divorces and separations and everything like that. But then we want to come over here and all of a sudden say, we're too good for that. Everybody has their preference. Okay, that's fine. But don't put another man down, a single mother. You guys are crazy with that. He says, I tell a lot of brothers that, how many single mothers have you made? They shut up real quick. It just shows you how shallow we are. It's a wonder why we're not happy. Okay, the video I made about why guys are going home disappointed, they have unrealistic expectations. They need to look in the mirror more often. You've got a lot to offer, but guess what? Keep your feet on the ground, man. That guy talking about he knows nothing about passion, pen name. All these old fake names, no pictures, no real. I'm real. That's what you're seeing. Remember, I'm a free man. I'm talking to prisoners. You'll never understand my message. You'll never understand me because you're in prison and I'm out here a free man, 100% free. No mortgage, no nothing. Okay? That's the difference. That's why you're going to misread me. You're going to misinterpret everything. Okay. The only thing a man in prison can tell me is how to stay out of prison. Okay. Bring something to the table instead of sitting back, always criticizing, nitpicking. Y'all like a bunch of women over there. I've been out of the Matrix. Y'all, men over there are acting like women. All you got to do is turn on YouTube, anything, you're going to see it. You know, look at this P. Diddy situation. Men running around, they so happy to see another man getting drugged down in the mud, not realizing you could be next. Okay, but it's all gossiping and, you know, I grew up in an era where men were men. We didn't give a damn what another man was doing. He says, all these armchair bro, invisible men like to get attention in the live. That's all it is. He said, jaywalking, hell, as bad as they drive over there, if you can make it from one side of the street to the other side without getting hit, they need to give out your certificates. That's funny, but it's true. You've been here, man. That's why I don't drive. You know, I tip my hat to guys who drive. You know, these are really brave characters, man. Even on a scooter, I will not do it, man. I don't understand the driving patterns. And I've been over a long time. I should understand, but I don't. You thinking somebody's going to stop and they keep going. Are they going to keep going and they stop? And they tailgate you. See, that would be enough to make me turn around and shoot somebody. I'd go crazy. Get off my ass, man. I hated that. Because I stayed in my car as an insurance agent. But, you know, if anything, blink your lights, man. Let me move over or whatever it is. You move over to the fast lane. But get off my behind. Come on, man. Now, you're really meddling now. Okay, you're meddling. Okay? That's enough, dude. I'm going to get rid of you. Okay? What difference does it make? I'm the man of this house. I'm taking care of everything. You got a problem with it? Okay? See, y'all like a bunch of women. Why are you worrying about what I'm doing over here? Hey, Jamie says, I'm flying soon, getting ready to go. It's a story to tell. Crazy experience. Yeah. Well, that's good for you, man. I ain't worried. We're good. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, why? That's what I'm saying. You know, that's a good question, but he won't answer the questions we asked him. You know, these guys are like a bunch of old women. You know. Yeah, I don't know what he is. Yeah, Queen Bee Stacker. Yeah, they ain't all out here. You know they doing a Queen Bee Stacker because King Bee Stacker. But if everything works out the way you expect it to, are you single or are you with somebody? That's a big one right there. Okay, because I'm gonna go over some stuff, but this is like general stuff. Are you single? Do you have a living partner? Are you gonna get married? Because you gotta put it out there for it to come back. I wouldn't want to work all those years and then just come into my retirement flying by the seat of my pants, man. I wouldn't do it. John Roberts said, hey, how you doing? Bet it's hot. It's super hot. There's no school. It's just like in America, but opposite. Okay? When it's really, really hot, it's really, really cold, and the roads are bad, they shut school. Well, here it's hot. It's El Nino for real. Did y'all see the grass, man? In my video, it's brown, even outside my house, and normally it's lush green. There's a state of calamity in so many provinces here, guys. You know, this is the stuff you need to be worried about because you don't want to get on a plane and go somewhere and they're in a state of calamity. You understand? Where no rain, it's a drought. Because when it gets hot over here, it gets hot. This isn't Houston. and South Florida and all that stuff that they always talking about. When's the last time South Florida had a drought? I mean, a drought. Look that up, what that means, man. It's life threatening. I mean, it ain't nothing to joke about over here. Hey, thank you, RC and Jax, for the super chat. He said, all is well, Brother Cal. Blessings to you and yours. Palawan forever for me in August. 2 years planning coming to life, love and respect. See, that's what it's all about. You're probably not going to have any surprises, other than the normal things that can go wrong. But I'm not going to come into my retirement by the seat of my pants. I had a 4-year plan, man. The only thing that took longer was building the house. I came over here to build a house. I had $17,000, and I wouldn't even have to pay anything for the land. The land was already in the family, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. He said, you made a good decision to have that split air conditioner. I did. I followed the engineer's plan. I mean, that was his suggestion. Johnny S says, yeah, I noticed the brown grass. Yeah, it's serious in some areas over here. You come over here, you better be drinking plenty of liquid. I got orange juice today, but when I went outside, it was water. Because nothing but cold water is going to quench your thirst over here. None of that fancy stuff for me. When I'm outside in that heat, he said, my girl just went to work and dang, she was like burning up. Yeah, it ain't no joke over here. Hey, the Expat Experience says, shout out from Patio. Hot as hell over here, but I'm happy to be living outside the matrix with these grown men who act like old women. That's right. You know I'm telling the truth. When I grew up, man, I'm 60, man. You didn't see my father, them gossiping about some other man. They trying to help each other, man. They knew the struggle that they were going through. Hell, it was some understanding back then. That's not understanding. They want you to be perfect. You got other men trying to make you be perfect. And they not perfect. Yeah, they're like a bunch of women. Most of YouTube now is gossip. Okay, and it's men doing it. They behind it. All this reactionary stuff, and that's gossip, really. And all that. W Secrets to Success said, guys, if you watch Cal's earlier video from the day, he was walking around outside with that sun beating down his skull. That's enough to make any man agitated. Yeah. I forgot to put a sunscreen on my head, so I probably got some freckles on my damn head. But where the sun peels your damn scalp. That's how hot it is out here. What's up, Kevin? But it's the kind of weather now that, if you're over here now, you're going to be like I already saying Houston. Because people always say that. It never gets cold here. It never gets cool here. Okay, maybe 12 midnight, maybe it might get down to 79. CJ Amadi said the ground must be hot when you step on it barefoot. It is. Now, I see a guy every morning when I go to Center Mall. He's walking in the grass. Because, it's a lot of open field there. Clean open field. He walks around this one stretch barefoot every morning. And he's exercising, stretching. I don't know if he's from America. He's a Western guy. Him and his woman. They're walking barefoot together. That's real when what they call that? The electromagnetic field of the earth, because it's there. But we cut everything. We cut ourselves off from all that with shoes and all this other stuff. One thing I don't do when I go out in the sun is I don't cover up. You need the sun. You need the sun rays and all that to survive. But we're really cut off from a whole lot of our help with all this superficial stuff that's going on in 2024. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? When you coming back? Because I know you're getting married soon. He said Taiwan had a 7.2 earthquake today. Another one? I know it was what? Unless, yeah, I forgot. You're 12 hours. So maybe it's the same one. Because they sent a tsunami warning to Japan. Angela Habib said the heat really takes away from my experience here. If I go out somewhere, I get so sweaty, wet, gross, cranky. The heat is the joker. Jesus might go to Baguio or something. Yeah, and then you got to make a plan for that heat, Angelo. But see, you're not an early riser. That's a good thing. Also, during the day, I got those nice malls in the Val. Hell, go to the mall. Get up early and walk around your neighborhood. Or in the evening, go to the malls. Hell, go to the movie. You got a movie there. There's no movie here. And all the other time, hell, just stay in that aircon. That's what you pay. You paying how much was your aircon bill? Mine went up, man. It went up from 5,600 to 7,900. He says it's not global warming, it's the Big Shirley's changing the rotation of the planet. It's something, man. I tolerate it because I get up early. Man. I'm up about between 5 o'clock and 5:30. And I mean, it's almost perfect when you get up that time. And then see, now that we got that patio back there, if I can't sleep, I just get up and go out there and sit on that patio. And, late at night, and man, it's cool. You got that little breeze coming through. You got a plan for that stuff over here. But over here, are you a homeowner? Are you a renter? Are you gonna make that leap of faith? Because it's just like the lady was talking about the changes to this civil code that's never that doesn't apply to everybody. Neither does the fact that foreigners can't own land. It's not going to apply to everybody. But it's a conversation piece. People always talking that stuff. Good and well, first of all, you're not in the Philippines. You've never been here. You have no intention at all, ever, coming to the Philippines, ever buying land over here. But the first thing you want to put out your mouth is, foreigners can't own land over there. Why are you worried about it? But a lot of people watching this who are coming over here, you're going to be faced with that decision. Am I going to pay rent for 5 years and, as a consequence, have built my house? Or am I going to get in front of that and go ahead and build my house? Lease the land or, sign the sugar contract. So I've got a lot of new viewers. They don't even know what the sugar contract is. The sugar contract is simply putting everything in the Filipinos' name. I'm under a sugar contract. But a very influential man here in the Philippines, very powerful, very knowledgeable. He said, Calvin, foreigners can own land in the Philippines without signing the sugar contract. He's the one told me about the sugar contract. But that's what most of us are operating under when you see us over here with these nice houses and everything, even cars and stuff. It's all in her name or in her mama's name. It's the sugar contract. But you're going to be faced with that. But you should already write that down. But I wouldn't build a house or buy any land, in that first year. I say 2 years, but you're not going to wait that long. You're not going to wait that long. Our house was built in 2021. I came here October 2021. It was finished. I came here December 2018. So it was almost 3 years before I built that house. Are you going to be a permanent resident or a tourist? You're going to have to make that decision eventually. Am I going to go ahead and get the SRV wherever I am? Or am I just going to, make the visa runs? He said, just here with my brothers and a couple of armchair bros lurking. Yeah, we want that armchair bro to stay in the mix. That and the tax pad. Okay, we're gonna put them words into the English dictionary. I want to give the guy credit who came up with that armchair bro. I hope he shows up on my live stream because it was funny. But tax pad is mad because that's what they are. Hey, Luis Pagan Ponce, he said, question for you, Cal. Thanks for the super chat. He said, I was wondering if an expat receives Social Security and as a child in the Philippines, would he receive Social Security benefits for that child if he lives in the Philippines? Always great stream. Absolutely. Yes. But the child has to be a U.S. citizen with the CRBA. The child will receive their own check. I've got a friend who's already receiving it. He's been receiving it for years. That's why he maintains a residence in Davao. And his wife, I know she spends 6 months in Davao and 6 months in America. I don't think he does, but they do that so he continue to get that money. That's a lot of money over here. Absolutely, I'm going to do Booby and my other 2 kids. But yeah, that's true. At the time he was telling me, which was several years ago, I really wasn't listening to him because, hell, I may not even been 50 yet when he was telling me. And I'm thinking, well, hell, so far off. It's crazy how time flies. Next year, I'm getting my Social Security. But he told me that a long time ago and what to do. And he said he was getting 1,000. He was getting 1,000 every month for his daughter. But yeah, that's true. David S. says with the sugar contract, you're permanently locked in. Well, not really. See, there's ways around the sugar contract. You have to limit your output. Okay? You got to limit that. If you're going to be under the sugar contract, man, you got to give her the rookie contract. You can't give her the veteran contract and all that, the long-term contract. You're not going to see me build no $10 million houses over here and all that. When you deal with that sugar contract, you invest as much as you can afford to walk away from. Your $35,000 is not going to stop me. It's never going to stop me in my tracks. That's what I'm about. I'm in about 35,000. Okay. Which, I've got skins in the game. Would I have done that if I didn't have skins in the game? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I promise you, man, either I'd still be renting or I would just build her a house the way she wanted it. Remember on the other live stream, I was suggesting to you guys, I said, look, you let the woman ask you, once you trust her, I'm not talking about the first day you start chatting and everything. Well, once you trust her, y'all been together for a while, let her ask you for the money and what it is she wants, because it's going to be a whole lot less than what you're giving. Because this house that I built is probably like all I would have had to do, okay, my guest house is say $5,000. All I have to do is add about 2,000 more on that, and I could have built Marilyn the house that she really wanted, that she dreamed of. That was her dream. She said, when I asked Marilyn, I said, well, what house, what's your dream house? She said, I just wanted to have, one room, one big room, and a CR for me and my children. That was it for her. See? So, no, you're not permanently locked in. I just gave her a little more, a whole lot more. And Merlin's smart enough that if something were to happen to me, Merlin would probably sell this and downgrade and put the other money in the bank. That's what I would suggest her do, because it doesn't take a whole lot to maintain this house. She's already got a brother that's a master carpenter. He's going to do all the repairs. Okay. The biggest bill we've got is the electric bill. And if I wasn't here, hell, that thing would probably be 2,000 or 3,000 a month. Okay. Because I'm the one that puts this damn thing on 24/7, for me and Booby. They don't need it. Y'all don't understand. When me and Merlin lived in Malawi, we didn't have aircon for a whole year. I got used to it. I mean, it was just as hot as it is now. I just put that damn fan right next to the bed and just lay there. But if it was a brownout, man, oh my God, that's another story. Hey, David S., thanks for that super sticker. What time is the travel? Say, Cal, when you going to start using the guest house as an Airbnb? I'm going to get the hot water, the water heater over there, and then I'm going to think about it. But the only problem I got is my dogs. See, sometimes, because Airbnb is all about reviews. And, my dogs will bark at anything. They don't do it every night, but they don't have to do it every night. They just have to do it the night that somebody's in the damn Airbnb and they can't get sleep. Or they getting awakened out of their sleep, and all of a sudden, everything is perfect, but the damn dog's barking. Okay. But see, that's already a wealth that I've created for Maryland. She could rent that out and have money coming in to pay for the upkeep of her house. Imagine, I would pay, if I was somebody, I would pay $12,000 for that per month with all utilities included, free Wi-Fi, okay, and fully furnished, remember, it's fully furnished in there. You don't need to buy anything. Hey, that's Kiki in the Philippines. What's up, man? He's funny too. He's come to a couple of meet and greets. He says Calvin can only build a house that costs as much as his subs will donate. Oh, this isn't the same Kiki. Get rid of this guy. No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry, dude. You grown ass men, give them their 5 minutes of fame or whatever it is. Y'all can kiss my ass. Y'all just jealous. Y'all want to be me. Goodbye. Sorry. I'm so glad that my mother raised me better. I'm so glad that I turned out not to be like that. Those are grown men, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Whenever you on a live stream or you ever see in somebody's comments, these are grown men doing that. Doesn't that baffle you? My father would never be doing something petty like that. The men of his era, when I was growing up, man, they wouldn't do it. It's a bunch of soft ass men over in the West now. I'm ashamed, man. Y'all soft. I'm in Negros Occidental, about 4.5 hours outside of Dumaguete, north of Dumaguete, about 2.5 hours by bus west of Bacala City. But if you're in a car, you get there in a hour and a half. Then another 45 minutes by ferry to Iloilo. And 3 hours, hour and a half by ferry, then another hour and a half by bus to Cebu City. He said with this house, she hit the jackpot. Absolutely. You know, because people, you know, that question's popping up a lot, you know, where they say that they're worried about, oh, the older foreigner with the younger Filipina, has he going to leave her? You're not really concerned about that. You're just meddling. But for the most part, the guys that I see who are all in, like me, they set the woman up. Merlin set for the rest of her life. You have to understand that, guys, but you never will. Okay, she can get at least 2.5 million pesos for this compound. 2 houses, 180 square meter lot, you know, with fenced all the way in, you know, it's already been renovated. I mean, the house is new again. This is like a new house. Okay, I don't care what kind of job she has. She'll never be able to put 2.5 million in her hand at one time like she would have if she sold this house. That's lifetime money. Merlin's smart, man. Okay, she's not going to spend all of that. She would take 1 million in that and build another house and buy another small lot. I promise. Or 1.5 million and put the other 1 million up. That's a lot of money. It's like giving me $2.5 million. She would probably get to 2.5. No, I would probably get to 2.5 million in America before she got to 2.5 million pesos over here. But it's the same degree of difficulty. He said, sorry, garden girl, you don't need an SRV to get a condo and don't need to be with a Filipino. That's right. That's San Carlos City. That's Negros Occidental. He said the values of free reading your comments. Yeah. Elect, she said, Calvin, people aren't on vacation to sleep. With that said, if barking dogs bother you, go somewhere else. Yeah, you know, I'm just saying that Airbnb is based on review. People only come to your place if you got good reviews. I'm not saying that's not going to stop me. That's the only thing that's kind of made me hesitate, Alec, because I've got great dogs. They would never bite anybody. They're great protectors. Okay, they're the cheapest alarm system I could ever have. All right. But you know, people, you know, like I said, now Filipinos probably wouldn't complain. But foreigners who are going to more than likely rent that place, we're soft, man. We're going to complain, oh, you know, barking. And the dog may bark 2 or 3 times to whatever it is that went across the field. But they'll put it on there like, you know, they were playing a whole band or something. No. I wouldn't rent it to locals. And I'm going to take that from a foreigner who said, you know, he really doesn't like renting to locals because, you know, he said there's always something with the rent. He said he likes foreign renters. Yeah. And then, you know, remember the laws, guys. You got to know the law. If you're going to do something like that, you better know the law, squatters' rights and all that stuff. And how long will it take for you to evict somebody and all of that? See, evicting somebody over here may not be the same as evicting somebody at home. Do you understand that? You see these squatters, whenever the squatters are confronted by the government or the landowners, man, it never ends well. People usually get hurt. Some people get killed. Imagine the squatters along this wall out here. If I went out there, if I was the owner of the land over there, and hey, man, you got to get rid of, you know, they took their last to build these little houses. And you go over there and you say, man, you need to get off my land and you better be gone by sundown. The next time you come, he's probably gonna have a big bolo or a damn homemade 45 and blasting your ass. It ain't no joke over here, man. You better know those laws. Blizzard of Broad, thanks for that super chat. He said grown men will watch a whole live stream just to hate. I don't get it. I don't get it either. I've never gotten it. Okay. That's a fact, Blizzard Abroad. I've never gotten it. Even when I first started out, I'm like, who are these people? It's easy for me to keep going. I don't get it. He said, damn, couldn't even finish your super chat without another troll. Yeah. Yeah, they're on tonight, but we're gonna get rid of them. He's gone. This is all they have to do. Imagine having a life like that, where all you could do is troll and literally troll, up and down in somebody's live streams, because he's probably going from my live stream to Philippine and whoever's on right now, and this is they 5 minutes of fame. This is the highlight of their life. Then they'll be at work tomorrow, washing dishes or whatever they do, because these are small-minded people. They don't have real jobs. He's probably sweeping up after concerts at the arena or something, and he's coming up with more. I'll wait till I get out tonight, that damn Sunshine Shoulders. He'll be on. I got something for him this time. Jeffrey Taylor said, Shirley, Curly, and Lucky didn't wake me up at all. That was a good night's sleep. Yeah. That's why I said they don't do it every night. But most, all it takes is one night. He said, that said, I'm a reason. He said, that said, there's a reason I'm one of those experts in towers you used to talk about in your intro. Just be especially clear in settling expectations, and you'll filter out a lot of the complaining. Yeah, man. Thomas Marcy says, I understand why you built that house, Calvin. You did that for your child and the woman that loves you like no other woman could. Yeah, it's just something that I've been over here for 5 years. I mean, that's the least I can do. I believe I've spent more on trips and all that kind of stuff, just as much, no more than I did that I have on this house. Because you have to understand, you're going to spend that money anyway. What we have to do when we get over here is watch where we spend our money and what we spend our money on. That's what gets us in trouble. If you don't think this is a great investment under any circumstances, okay, somebody's really going to benefit from this. Okay, we're coming up on 3 years now. See, that's wealth. Merle could live, she could move, okay, instead of selling this, something else she could do is rent a place for about $5,000 a month, because $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and rent this out. Rent both of these out. Now she's got a salary and she still owns the house. It's all about a legacy, really, man. My daughter's a U.S. citizen, but she's going to grow up here. $18,000 is not a lot of money, man. I promise you, I've spent 10 times that since I've been coming to the Philippines. This month marks 15 years on trips to Boracay and all that stupid stuff we do, staying in those hotels and taxis. And man, I spent a lot of money over here. I probably built 10 houses at least over here in my 15 years. I'm just glad that this time I stopped to smell the roses, and now I can look back and see, well, at least I know where 35,000 of it went to, okay, or whatever it is. I don't really have a figure. I'm not looking at the door. It's this I'm looking at, really. It's just I'm actually, if you look, so I'm looking at the camera's right here, but I'm really not looking at anything. It's just a natural reaction. Elliot, why do you keep looking at me looking at that door? He said, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Express, hey man, how's it going? I'd be scared as hell to push back on squatters in a smaller city like yours or Calvin's. People get desperate faster out in the holler. Yeah, but even in the city, man, sometimes when the government comes to collect, like, hey, we're gonna need this land now to put up some high rise or whatever, they don't go down without a fight, man. I mean, they literally be fighting, man, and shooting, and the firemen and the people that they send to tear the squatters areas down. It's no joke, man. So you really better know the law. You better know anything like that when you start dealing with locals. That's why I tell guys, look, if you're gonna do any type of business over here, target foreigners, because foreigners don't know the law, number one. They're gonna be okay if you just exercise the same laws that they're coming from. They don't know the laws, but you deal with Filipinos, they know the law. And you're gonna have a hard time getting them out of that house, getting them off your land or property or whatever it is. A lot of the deaths over here, usually the number one reason is some type of land dispute. I mean, family, everything, it don't matter, man. Land is valuable everywhere, especially here. The land, the property, that's why I said 2.5 million, because the land continuously goes up. Okay, when we moved over here 2 years ago, well, no, almost 3, the land across the street over there, which would be Teachers Village, I want to say it was 5,000 pesos per square meter. You know what it is today? It's 11,000 pesos per square meter now. The house that I showed y'all, I just showed y'all a little bit on a video, and at the same time, the owner, the engineer, was pulling up. That's only a 150 square meter lot. Now they want $4 million for their house. The lot's 150 square meters, and I think the interior, he said, is 70 square meters. Doesn't look that big to me. They want $4 million. He said 3.9 million. Okay, so that lets you know, and I'm just right across this road, what we could get for this. Mike Dawsonville said, haters gonna hate, brother. If you have haters and trolls, that means you're doing something good. It does, Mike. It does. And but it having a popular YouTube channel comes with a price. And I always like to tell people that, because when you're small, when you're first starting out, you just get going, it's all fun and games. You don't know that. You have no idea what's lurking out there. But that's social media for you. I'm too far out there now to ever, they'll never make me quit. They don't understand who they're dealing with. If I tell you the Filipinos are tough as nails, what's tougher than nails? That's me. Do you think, man, after all I've been through in my life, man, go and talk to a crackhead who still got half his brain left, and let him explain to you how hard that is, how hard of a life that is. And you think I got a bunch of soft ass men coming on my channel, which actually is helping my channel, Michael, helping the algorithm and all that. That's not gonna chase me away with the lies and stuff. I was listening to a short last night. Austin Holloman was interviewing O'Shea Duke Jackson, and he asked him about, you know, trolls and stuff, because, you know, he's a big channel. He got several big channels. And he said, you know, that's just a price you have to pay. He said, but everything's been said about him. A lot of the same stuff been said about me, human trafficking, you know, people making up all kinds of stories and stuff like that. But I don't think anybody's been taken through the ringer like me. And I know it's because I'm a black man. Okay, and because that's how sick the world is. It's 2024 and color still matters. I mean, you know, there's no other vlogger that's been through what I've been through over here. Okay, as far as the authorities and stuff. They might have been the NBI, but it was a whole different story, okay? It wasn't human trafficking. It wasn't exploiting Filipino women. And it wasn't to the degree, okay? But that's nothing to me based on what I've been through in my life. They can never break me. When I walk away, it's going to be on my terms. It'll never be on some loser's terms over there. Pumpkin Joe, Philippine Experience. Hey, good to see you, man. Been a while. He says, I regret the amount of investment in electronics here. I realize now once we move, the electronics won't survive the distance with potholes, dirt roads, and movers who don't care anyway. Yeah, well, hell, I would start downgrading now, man. I'll start trying to sell that stuff now. Especially, okay, you got the channel to do it. Yeah, I'll let you come on here on one of the panels and put that stuff up for sale. There's somebody on here that'll buy it. Don't wait till the last minute. Orion, he says, what you spent gave you the experience to where you got to now. Yeah, it is part of the experience. And see, I can help somebody else. You know, I can help the man who just got here or who's on his way over here. Even the man who's been here one day can help the man who's never been here. Okay? It's that, I mean, that's real talk right there. But every day I'm here, man, it's just another day of learning. See, I've kept an open mind. Hey, Erica the cabbie. Says, hi from Australia, Calvin. Thanks for the honesty about following Filipino vloggers for good information. I hope your voice stays strong now. Thank you. Yeah, that if you want to see the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you're going to have to do. We're not going to show it to you. We're not capable of it. Most of us don't have the kind of money, nor do we. We're lazy. We're not going to get out there like that. That's not our style. Follow a couple of travel vloggers over here in the Philippines if you want to see the, I'm talking about the stunning beauty of this place. I'll show you a little bit of it, bits and pieces, but we're not doing it any justice. Filipino vloggers, Filipinos period, they're the host. They make much better hosts of the Philippines than we do. If you're getting your travel information from a foreigner, you're getting it from the wrong source. The next video I do, I'm going to put some links to some of these Filipino vloggers who go to all of these places, man. And then it'll give you an idea, okay, where is that? Because there's another beach somewhere around Boracay. I didn't even know it existed. I was following this Filipino vlogger. It starts with an H. I was shocked, man. It's in Aklan, though, which is considered the same province as Boracay. What's up, Love and Freedom? And this guy's been here probably since day one. He says, been a while. Hey, thanks, man, for your support, man. You still in Mexico? Well, I got a good deal. Basically, the reason I don't like to tell people how much I pay for the land, Frank, is because no matter where you go, the land is always going to be a different price. You know, so if they say, hey, you said you only paid $1,000 for that land. Well, hell, the land next to you if they want 10,000 for it and all of that. Okay. And then to be honest with you, man, some things you just don't ask people. You just don't ask them. That's what my mother told me. If they don't tell you, you don't ask them. It's just like, let me see your paycheck. You're not going to show anybody your paycheck. It's just some things you just don't ask people. But that's the only reason why I've never really told people that, because I don't want to give them a false sense. I want them to know that you can come here and build a house for $20,000. You can do it for $1,000,000 pesos. Okay? Period. End of story. Before we bought this land, we were looking at land over in, I forgot the name of the place, but it's in Toledo. Not far from Toledo. It was a 100 square meter lot. It was Maryland's auntie. She only wanted 50,000 pesos for it. See, 100 square meters, I could have built this house on a 100 square meter lot very easily. Okay? Because if you live in the city proper, the municipality, the province, the deep province, the mountain, it's all going to be different. Okay? But all together with both of my houses, the fence, the landscape, and everything, I'm out of about 35,000. You got to realize, remember, I paid about 6,000 for my land. I mean, for my guest house, another 6,000. I'm just, I said 5,000, but they both went over. Okay. And then another 18,000 for my house. So subtract all that, you'll see. But I never tell anybody that because it's not relevant. And then remember, it was 3 years ago, during the pandemic, during the lockdowns, man. I was putting people to work during the lockdown when nobody was working. Excuse me. Hal Funkman said, Cal, be back in May. Round trip cost me $1,200 from San Francisco. That's not too bad. He said, building that house was a no-brainer. I would have did the same. He said, Marilyn's a businesswoman. She gonna keep that money coming in. It's a decision you're gonna have to make once you're over here and you say, okay, I'm here and I'm gonna be here for a while. I wouldn't make that decision within the first year, though. That's too soon. You gotta kind of sit still and watch how things move here. Who's gonna build it? Because you certainly, if anybody asks me, you certainly need an engineer. It's not that much more. You're gonna spend more without the engineer, guys. Listen, stop being cheap. I know what I'm talking about. You think it's gonna cost you more because you hire an engineer. No, it's gonna cost you less. Now the weight is on his shoulders. All you gotta do now is sit back and watch him do it. Okay, he's gonna make sure that the workers put in their work, that they buy the materials they're supposed to buy and everything like that, because his profit's on the line. He's gonna make sure it's done right. Not only is his profits on the line, but also his reputation. But if you go and trying to be cheap and build your own crew or her family and let them do it, you're asking for trouble. You're gonna go over. Listen to me. That guest house took them the same amount of time to build that guest house as it did to build this main house. 3 months, okay? Because I didn't have an engineer on that. So, they're working at their own pace because they'll slow down. I'm not saying that's what they did, but this is what they're known to do here when the job is almost done. They will slow down so that they can continue to work. But you won't know that. That's you trying to build a house from 8,000 miles away. Don't do it. If you can't be here every single day, don't build it. Don't send that woman the money. Don't send her family the money, guys. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. It's not going to work out. I was with a guy. First of all, he was just amazed when he saw my house, right? But him And his Filipino girlfriend, they've been together, I forget how many years, a long time, longer than me and Marilyn. Okay. Um, and he said, Calvin, I've spent 40,000. He's, 2 million. It's not even finished yet. First of all, he's trying to do it when he was in America. So he's sending the money over here. There's no engine there. The woman is controlling the money. So now she's skimming off some of the money for the house to put into the living expenses. And I just felt sorry for him when he showed me the pictures. But I knew that's going to happen. But in our minds, we'll think, oh, this engineer's going to cost us more. No, he's going to save you money. Hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. He said, I can sell you my closet for $35,000 here in San Diego. Yeah, it's really a no-brainer. But we'll get in our own way because we're bringing the matrix with us, remember? I'm trying to give you some time to let some of that crazy thinking get out of your bloodstream. That's why I say 2 years, but you're not going to wait that long. And we'll say, oh, I'm not going to be here that long. Why am I going to spend $18,000 or whatever it is, right? Not realizing that the condo that you want to live or the house or whatever it is, ask Angelo Habib. I forgot how much he's paying. How much you paying, Angelo? You tell him. Don't let me tell him. And then I'm going to do the math. And I'm going to show you how much he's paying for rent. He's, if he stays here, let's see. Hell, 2 years he done built this house. Okay. He said if you're not getting married, buying might be a mistake. I would rent for a while. Yeah, if you don't have any skins in the game. We're not married, but we have a daughter together. I'm not renting anything when I've got a 3-year-old daughter, and I had the money at the time. You got to strike while the iron is hot. But see, Napoleon Hill said one of the 33 causes of mistakes is indecision. Okay, people don't know how to make a decision and then stick with it. They keep changing their mind. Oh, should I build a house or not? They give the down payment to the engineer. No, I changed my mind. Give me the money back. No, you got to be decisive. I had the money. I said, yeah, go ahead and build it. And the rest is history. You can't keep going back and forth. Either shit, I get off the pot. We're too old. We should know this stuff already. I'm just reminding you. But no, you better be able to make a decision and stick with your decision. That's one of the 33 reasons people fail. I get the book right now and run out the 33 reasons because we're doing a lot of them. That's why we're failing. We choose the wrong partner. Okay? Some of it's not out of our hands. Heredity. You born into the wrong damn family. He said they will slow down and chill when you're not on site. I was here every single day. I got them on my side anyway because I was giving them merienda and buying them beer at the end of the week. But he was keeping them honest because he had to pay. See? They're not asking you for advances. Man, listen. On my fence and on my guest house, I'm giving advances, man. Okay? That's why it cost me so much on my fence. I didn't have an engineer. He was too busy. So we had to go get some friends of hers. Well, damn, before the man even done hardly anything, I'm already out of 45,000 pesos in advances. And they want more. I said, no, you ain't getting don't let me watch my language. You get another damn peso from me. Get on this damn job. Her brother had to come from over in Toledo. He saw how pitiful it was going and finished the job. But see, you don't have to worry about that when you got an engineer because they're going to ask you. Okay, now they know good and well the engineer's not going to give them an advance. Whatever day you get paid, that's when you're gonna get paid, Saturday. But what they'll do is you'll give them an advance to get started. And then 2 or 3 days later, they want another advance. Douglas said, you call that jealousy because you living your life and he's been an idiot. He said, King Arthur, you ain't lying. I live in San Diego County. I can't wait to sell this place. He said, real estate, no matter where you're at, always location, location, location. I invest a lot of money on real estate in the U.S. He said, sell the house in the CA and go buy a beach house in the Philippines. But you don't want to do that right away. You want to make sure that you're in the right situation and that you're even going to be able to stay over here. That's why I said I'm not going to build a $10 million house over here. And then next thing you know, something goes down with the relationship or my health or anything. I got to hightail it out of here and I'm leaving 10 million pesos behind. Okay, come back. I'm almost done. We got to slow down. But here's some things that I was talking about for my best case scenario. Maybe it can, conjure up some ideas for you. But of course, great health, man. That takes exercise. That takes effort. You can't sit around. You can't be an armchair bro. That's exercise. That's diet. But you want your great health because you can control that. You can't control your time. Because I've got time on here, spending time the way you want to spend it around with the people you want to spend it with. Great health, wealth and abundance. I don't want to struggle in my retirement. I want to bring some money in and instead of just spending. Most of us don't even have a financial plan for moving overseas. We're always just talking about our budget, what we're spending out. We're never even thinking about, well, what can I bring in? Or my savings or something like that. But I want wealth and abundance. I don't want to struggle in this time of my life. We've worked too hard to struggle, man, at this point. Peace of mind. Less stress. You're going to have stressors. You see Booby, that's just a life stressor. But less stress. I'm not punching that clock. That's stressful. Going in there, looking at those balls, looking at your coworkers. They don't like you. You don't like them. You really don't like the job. You put in a square peg in a round hole for 8 hours a day, over and over and over. The hours go by like years. TJ Johnson said, deep province for me is you need at least an hour to drive 1, 2, or a ferry to float to a 3rd or 4th class component city. For reference, St. Carlos City is a 2nd class component city. Yes, St. Carlos is 2nd class. Pumpkin Joe said, we rented for 3 years before buying a home. Still ended up finding a better area for us years later. Don't rush. Yeah, don't rush. And that's what you don't want to do. But peace of mind, a clear conscience. See, I don't want any regrets. I'm not going to be looking back and playing that old woulda, coulda, shoulda game. I don't want any drama with people. I'm not going to piss on anybody. Okay, but I want a clear conscience going into my retirement, man. I'm sorry. Friends, family, and laughter. Okay, I want to enjoy my retirement and share it with good people, positive energy around me. See, the number one thing that people get wrong about me, they think I'm negative. You have no idea, man. You cannot live the life I live being a negative person. You just see, that's what you see because you don't know me. There's nothing negative. It's all positive. I'm probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I was raised that way. I'm full of compassion. But you don't get as far as I've come being negative. You don't do it. I'm sorry, guys. You got that wrong. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. That's just what you see. Creativity and fulfillment in my retirement. Reading, writing, using my time wisely, not wasting any time. Because that's one thing you're going to have to come to grips with when you first get over here. You got to replace a lot of time over here. You got to fill that day up. It was full over there. Now you got to refill it over here. And some of the stuff that you were filling your time with over there, the library, maybe, hanging out with the fellas, maybe, you're not going to be able to transfer here. So a lot of times, man, the first year or so, we're watching time just waste away. But you can't waste time, man. You got to fill it up. So guess what? You're going to find new hobbies, other stuff to do over here. Harmony. I want harmony around me. We don't argue in this house. We don't fight. I don't fight with my neighbors. The only people who fight me, I don't even fight them back, are my trolls. Okay, but there's no drama. Let's work it out or let it go. That's just the way I look at it now in my retirement. In fact, here's my real best case scenario, and it's getting ready to come to fruition. Every 5.5 months, take a trip outside the Philippines, whether it's back home, whether it's to Thailand, Vietnam. I need to get out of the Philippines and see more of Southeast Asia. But I want to see more of the Philippines too. I haven't seen but a tiny fraction of this place. But about every 5.5 months, and I say 5.5 because you may not know, but once you're here 6 months and more, you can't just buy a ticket, get on a plane and leave. You need an exit clearance. And that's going to hold you up. Okay. That's why some guys, they intentionally leave every 5.5 months. They don't stay in the Philippines 6 months. When you see people like living abroad, these guys are smart. They know what they're doing because they don't want to fool with that exit clearance. It's time, it's money. Anything could pop up in that system. And now they put a hold on you. Well, they basically put a hold on you when you stay here 6 months. Do you owe anybody? Do you have any warrants? Okay. Are you on the blacklist and all of that? You have to get that exit clearance to leave the country. But if you stay here 5.5 months, you just buy your ticket and leave. Okay. But the bottom line is when you say, what's your best case scenario, that's really your goal. I mean, be honest, man. Who has a written down goal for their retirement? If you don't, it's nothing to be ashamed about. Do it today. TJ said before Starlink, Deep Province folks probably didn't have the bandwidth to catch the stream. Yeah, they didn't have. I've been to the Deep Province. A lot of people think every province is the same. It's not. Some are so remote that, they don't even have a signal, really, at all. You better know where you're going and who you're going to see when you get in the Deep Province like that. Remember that man that I went to see in Santa Carolina? I forgot what the name of it is. Like 2 hours and something outside of Dumaguete, but that's deep. But I've been to deeper than that, down in Mindanao. There's no signal for miles. If they could have chopped me in half and buried me, and they would have never found me because you can't track the phone. AI can't find you. It's so deep. He said, TJ, you starting to be Austin Holloman. Where you at now, bro? Yeah, he says, why would you buy a condo for $17 million when you could build a house way cheaper? I don't know why people do that. I think it has a lot to do with they want it in their name. You know, they have a problem with putting it in the Filipinos' name or whatever it is. Some people do it for investments. You know, I don't know, Thomas. That's a good question to ask somebody because it hasn't made sense to me. I can't make it make sense to me. When you can take, you seen the house you dirty puppy built for $5 million over there. Okay, so why would I go to one of these fancy, but they'll say, oh, he doesn't own the land. Okay, but everybody knows whose house that is. Okay. And even if it's not, somebody's going to be living there. You know, you can put that up against any 17 million peso condo. I'm afraid of them condominiums because I've stayed into too many of them. What's he saying? Frank White says, what's the name of the what? What is this? The book? He says, you fail to plan, plan to fail. Yeah, he says, yes, sir, you have a reason to build, bro. He said, hell yeah, I got married. He said, hell yeah, I get married to my girl. That would be top of the list, build us a house. Oh, you mean when you get married? But the thing about it is, here's the thing. We gotta get that matrix way of thinking out of our heads. Or it's gonna be procrastination. You know, where else are you gonna be able to build a house for $1 million pesos? That's about, $18,000 right now. You're supposed to be some type of money manager, some financial genius. What are you thinking about? Why not spend that? And another 3 or 4 or 5,000 for a piece of land and just build you a house and be done with it. Can't you figure that one out? Okay. He said the biggest mistake in life is procrastination. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's why indecision is one of the major mistakes people make that's causes them to fail. He says, I'm at home in Bangkok. He said, got to head home for the last week of the month and the first week of May. Wow. Okay, his California ID expired. He said, you're on a low carb diet in Philippines. They say rice is life, but there's so much more over here that you don't have to eat rice 3 times a day. I mean, they're going to eat it 3 times a day. You don't have to. You know, replace it with wheat bread or potatoes. You know, I haven't had a problem with food over here because I keep it simple, man. I don't complicate it. Remember, I grew up, you know, basically poor in America. So the way you cook chicken, fish, beef, and pork is the same everywhere. I mean, I'm not going to complicate it. They've got the same over here. It's just fresher. I can give Marilyn 200 or 300 pesos and she can go to the market and buy the freshest tomatoes, whatever I need. I mean, you can get a big juicy watermelon over here, which you guys are sleeping on these watermelons because you think only black people like watermelons. Well, that used to be a joke until they find out how nutritious these damn watermelons are, especially for men. And over here, they're super cheap. I mean, really cheap. You might get one. I bought one. The last one I bought, it wasn't even $2, man. You know, because they sell them by the kilo, and they'll put it on the scale. Well, okay. This is the matrix thinking. They're so smart. Okay. Only a fool would enter into a 30-year mortgage over there, and you're going to pay more in interest than you're going to pay for the cost of the house. And it's not going to be your house until you pay off the bank. That's a scam. Okay. But you guys are too smart for your own good. That's why you'll never get any help. You'll never get anywhere. You're too busy being too smart. Meanwhile, guys like me, we're moving forward. Okay. You guys are, man, some of you guys are just too smart that you're stupid. Okay. But I guess it's better. That's a better case scenario that I just explained that you're dealing with in America. That 30-year mortgage. Okay. You're going to pay more interest than you will for the damn house. And it's never your house. It's the bank's house until you pay that last damn dollar. That is a scam. Okay. Since you're so damn smart. You guys are so smart, you stupid. That's why you don't have nothing. You're sitting over there worrying. You can't make a decision. You're too skeptical. Everything's a scam. Your damn life's a scam over there. You just don't know it. He said, what would you consider a must-see if visiting Manila for the first time? It's too much stuff, man. But, they got the Manila American Cemetery. I think that's what it's called. That's like the Arlington in Manila. It's where the most buried U.S. soldiers outside of the United States. It's like Arlington Cemetery. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Mall of Asia, the Baywalk, the U.S. Embassy, BGC, Makati. I love to just walk up and down Rojas Boulevard, believe it or not. What's the Jose Rizal Park? It's a lot of places in Manila, man. It's too many to name. But those are just a few of the must see. Go to that Dolomite Beach at about 5:30 and watch the sun. It's an illusion. It looks like the sun is setting right on the water. And that happens every damn day. You're going to see big crowds of people there. Get a picture of a lifetime. I had one on my other phone, but that's the phone my wife took back to the United States. Because we went. There's so much to see in Manila. The traffic. Experience that. Well, that's okay. What's the foreclosure rate in America? Okay. Then don't do it. Everything's not a scam. You guys are too cynical. That's why you can't succeed. You're too smart. This old man of spirit got you guys crazy. Y'all trying to get something for nothing. If you was all that, then why are you trying to move out of the United States? The people who are winning in the United States, they're staying over there. You guys are just too smart, man. You don't care about the locals. The locals ain't laughing at nobody, man. If you're going to be a fool, hey, Robert Morris, thanks for that super chat. He said, make that 30-year mortgage a clip, Cal. Okay, I will. Because these guys, they think they're too smart. They're too smart for their own good. Just about everything over there is a scam. I've been out of there. And it certainly was a scam when I was punching that clock. I had to do everything I had to do to get out of there. That's a scam. You go in and I don't care how much they paying you per hour, and you making the corporation billions of dollars, and they're paying you $25, $30 an hour, and you jumping up and down. That's a scam. But you're too smart. Yeah, intramurals. Yeah, he said, get sick and can't pay your mortgage. They'll kick your ass out of that house with the quickness. And then the locals will be laughing at you. Over there, the locals. No, it's not a last minute live. Every Thursday I have a live stream. Come on. Yeah, it's like a life sentence, man. It is. I mean, it's criminal when you think about it. YouTube's got some great documentaries on credit cards, mortgages. When you watch them, you can't unsee the stuff anymore. You be like, man, I never enter into another 30-year mortgage again. 30 years. Okay, remember I told you my house, I paid $114,000 was what the bank loaned me to buy the house. If I would have stayed in that house for the full 30 years, boom, I would have paid $270,000 for that house. Okay? For the same $114,000 house. And of course, that has nothing to do with the housing market. It could still be worth $114,000 or less when you pay it off. So I done paid $156,000 in interest. Since you so down, you don't think that's a scam? And all the other stuff that I'm required to carry along with that, homeowners insurance, taxes, you guys are stupid. You're too smart that you're stupid. So, y'all, if y'all want to have y'all 5 minutes of fame, I'll give it to you on here. We're trying to help each other. You guys show up, you want to be the smartest guy in the room. There's nothing funny about what we're trying to do. Y'all take them games somewhere else. There's nothing funny, man. We're trying to escape the matrix. We're looking for greener pastures. We want to enjoy the fourth quarter of our life. There's nothing funny about that. Y'all take that shit somewhere else. Them games and stuff. They're like a bunch of kids, man. Coming over here playing and stuff. Ain't nothing to play with over here. People selling everything they got. We done been on that damn hamster wheel for 40 and 50 years. We ain't got no time for no damn games. Yeah, you still don't own the house. You still got to pay homeowners insurance and taxes. Yeah, that's right. Don't tell me how much you bought your house for. Tell me how much you've actually paid over the course of 30 years for it. But these guys are the smartest ones on the internet. They're sitting at home, wherever they are, in some old crusty ass senior high-rise building somewhere, some Section 8 projects over there. He said a lot of dudes just go to the bar, the go-go, and circulate tales of woe with other bar-bound expats into their immediate community. Is full of the worst-case scenario stories and their purveyors. Yeah, all that negative energy. We want positive energy. I got a positive story that I'm putting out there, and there's other positive stories. These are the stories you should be gravitating to, not that negative stuff. He said the foreclosure rate is higher than 2008 with that inflation, but no one is talking about it. Yeah, but he's talking about the houses we're losing over here in different places. There's no bigger scam than the Matrix, man. That's why they call it the Matrix. It's an illusion. Yeah, well, I tried to give this guy, he's gone now. He's gone. He's out of here. Jakeem Sullivan, thanks for that super chat. He said, how big of a risk is it now to get married in the Philippines since that law? Well, it's no bigger than it already was. That law has been on the books for some time. It's nothing for you to worry about. But my thing is, Jakeem, is this. Why get married in a country where you don't know the laws? It's just as easy to get married, wait and get married in your own country where you know the law. You certainly have more rights. You don't know what you're entering into over here. That law doesn't apply to you unless you get married in the Philippines. Okay, so just don't get married in the Philippines. Okay? Quit letting women talk y'all into that. Have some balls. You know, you're the man of the house. If you're going to marry me, we're going to get married in America. Then we can come back here and live. I want to give you some options too. But ain't no bigger risk. I'm going to be honest with you, Jakeem. We're already taking care of the entire family. Don't let anybody tell you we're not, because we are. Let me explain the money tree to you. It's from your pocket to her pocket, to her mother's pocket, to everybody else. That's just it. Okay, these guys that tell you, oh, I'm not taking care of the family, they're a damn lie. They are. Because when you give that money to your woman, it's her money. And she's going to share her blessings. Okay, so that's the real deal. It's no more riskier now than it ever was. But good luck trying to enforce it. By the time they even threaten to take you to court, you should already be on a plane back to your own country, filing for divorce and getting on with your life. Okay, come back over here if you want to, and with your divorce papers. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. If I was really worried about it, I'd come over here and hire me a lawyer and, hey, interpret this law for me. What's really going on? What are they really saying? Because they really didn't give you a great interpretation, but it's just a good talking piece. It's a good conversation piece, but it doesn't apply to 90% of the men who watch me, maybe even more. Raise your hand if you're married to a Filipina. I mean, put a 1 in the comments if you're married to a Filipina and you're married and you got married in the Philippines and you're living here. That's a lot to bite. That's a lot to chew right there. But if you sit around and let them enforce that law on you, then I blame you. I don't blame the government, But if it is as strict as they say it is, Jakeem, I applaud the government, because it's going to stop these stupid ass men from coming over here and marrying strangers. You think I'm joking? Men are getting off the plane marrying women that they've been chatting with, thinking they know them. You don't know shit. So it's going to stop some men in their tracks. It's going to make them think. It's going to scare them straight. Okay? They're all going to be scrambling for that damn prefrontal cortex. Where'd I put it? And put that damn thing right back where it belongs. Yeah, it ain't no more of a risk than it ever was. But I wouldn't marry here. I wouldn't marry here because you don't know the law. You don't know what you're getting into. You're not going to read the law. You're not going to read the fine print. All you're going to do is go to Barangay, get that cinema for you and her, get your right to marry, go to the church, get married. That's all you're going to do. You have no idea what you signed up for. So no, man, don't lose no sleep over that, brother. Yeah, I wouldn't lose any sleep over that. Over that, I mean. I wouldn't be shocked if that video eventually hit 1 million views. Okay? But at the end of the day, it's not going to mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's not going to move the needle, not one iota. Okay? if somebody is over here and allows themselves to be tricked like that, good for them. They got what they deserve. He said, I'm glad it was brought up, but damn, y'all really scrambling on this topic. You know, cash out for a lawyer if you're worried about losing all your shit. Same as America or wherever you're from, it is. I mean, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't have the words for it. All you got to do is, it just depends on where the information is coming from. If I would have made that same video, no one would have, I mean, it wouldn't have moved the crowd at all. But because it's Filipino P and they hang on her every word, they losing their damn minds about it. Even when I tell them. See, that's why they don't listen to me, because my credibility, they don't understand. I've been over here just as long as she has. She's 30 years old. I've been over here for 15 years. What was she doing at 15 years old? Probably nothing. Okay? But they don't even try to think that. Okay? I know just as much about what's going on over here than she does. And even when I tell them, hey guys, don't worry about that. And if you are worried, get a lawyer. They don't listen. He don't know what he's talking about. A lot of these Filipino vloggers, the ones who do what we do, I'm not talking about the ones who really show you the country and be gracious hosts and say, look at the beauty. Look at the magnificence of this country. I'm talking about the ones that sit around and just talk like we do. I know more about the Philippines than they do. You know why? Because before they got on YouTube, they wasn't traveling anywhere like me. I was going all over the country, those 14 islands or whatever it is. It was 14 more than they've been to. But because they got a pussy, they're women, they got a greater credibility to me than me. That's all it is. Hey, Jay Flo, he said, hey, Cal, thank you for giving me some good advice that I used before I came here. You're welcome, man. But people act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Alex. He said some of the advice didn't fit in for me, but some did, and I appreciate it. Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all, brother. Oh, man, he's from Thailand, too. A lot of brothers from Thailand. Yeah, see, one guy, Philippine Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience, and he's the least of the guys to have anything to worry about. Okay, so you should put an asterisk by your one Philippine Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience. You know you're not gonna have to deal with that because we're already supporting everyone to a certain extent. So why is it a big deal now? Because the government's got involved or seems to have got involved. You're already doing it. I promise you are. You just may not know it. I'll know it. Yeah, that's the real nitty gritty, Frank. I know more than a lot of these Filipino vloggers because I've been over here. When I first started coming over here, a lot of them were still in diapers. Are running around on the damn schoolyard playing, kiss and tell, and what's what they call it when you tag and, kiss and kiss and catch or whatever it was. They wasn't doing nothing. All of a sudden they got so damn bright all of a sudden. Because of these armchair bros and expats, them built them up. I know more about their own country than they do. Hey, Jakeem Sullivan, thanks for that super chat. He said, I asked because a lot of videos been coming out on my YouTube feeds about it, and some of them advise moving to other Asian countries. Yeah, because they're not lawyers, brother. They don't know the the true interpretation of that. It's not a law. It's an Article 194 and 195 of the Civil Code of the Philippines. It's nothing new for real. I mean, it's just they gave you just a real brief, a real shallow interpretation of that. I mean, and it's like all you have to do if you worry about, don't get married here. Get married somewhere else where you know more about the laws, but it's not going to be it's not going to be any more in your favor in America. You still, okay, what's the difference? Okay, if you get married over here, and let's say it's equal to what it is in America, and she can file for spousal support and child support, okay? Isn't that the same damn thing? It is, because once you give the money to the woman, remember the money tree. It goes from you to her, to her mother, to everybody else. So what's the difference? You know, it's not like you get a break from when you marry in America. Yeah, you can get a quick divorce, but they're going to slam the door shut on you anyway over that. You can't win. A man can't win, especially you, the breadwinner. Okay, so why would that stop anybody from moving to the Philippines? I don't understand that. Get a lawyer and let them break it down for you and say, hey, man, what if I get married to my girlfriend? Okay, and we decide to get a divorce. See, what you can do, Jakeem, where people aren't talking, if you're an American and you marry a Filipino over here, guess what? You can go home and file for divorce, and America will recognize your divorce over there. Okay, you're off the hook. Did they tell you that? There's so many solutions to this. And even if you do come over here, okay, you get married here and you sign up for that trap, okay, and it goes bad, guess what? Get on the plane and go home. It's impossible for them to enforce that law, but it's a good conversation piece. That's why it was so brilliant on her part. It's going to get 1 million views. Okay? This is what YouTube is about. But it's not going to add up to anything. It's not going to help anybody. It's not going to hurt anybody. It means absolutely nothing. He said, what percentage of expats there are crazy or just stupid? I don't know. I don't know them all. It's a lot over here, man. It's a lot. They come from all over the world. You mean you could put what percentage of Australian expats? What percentage of American, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Taiwanese? You know, you can't throw us all in one basket. We're so different. We're so diverse. But yeah, that was so brilliant. What was so brilliant about her? Plus, she know people are looking at her. They're watching her. They're listening to her. Whatever she does, whatever she says, they're taking it. They're running with it as the truth. Okay, not knowing that, man, that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, she gonna get that money. Yeah, he said, Rocky says, unspoken agreement is now the law. So nothing really changed. That's right. It never changed. Nothing has changed anyway. We're paying and supporting everybody anyway. It doesn't matter if these guys get on here with all this tough talk. They're supporting the family because it doesn't take that much to support the family. You're going to support them. She's not going to abandon her family. She's going to share her blessings, okay, with her family, okay? Do you think that this house is off limits to anybody in Maryland's family? No. They come over here, they eat, they watch TV, they stay all night. They do whatever they want to do. Okay? That's the real truth. You know? But y'all bring that old Matrix thinking over here, oh, I'm going to cut the family off. Bullshit, man. Because she'll do it behind your back. So you either going to do it in front of your face. I want to know what's going on. Don't do it behind my back. Ain't nothing changed. People are crazy. Yeah, spin the bottle and all that. I'm already over here gaining traction, making trips, making friends, learning about the culture and everything like that. Now all of a sudden, they're smarter than the teacher. Okay, we just had a brownout, but I'm using my uh good thing I've got data. Always keep data on your phone, ladies and gentlemen, when you're overseas. And this is one thing me and Merlin always fall out about. I said you keep a charge on your phone and you keep a load on your phone. You are a mother. You know, at that time she was a businesswoman. Anything could happen. But even now, when she's not working, you need that phone. Hey, Jack, thanks for that super chat. He said, I filed for Social Security on April Fool's Day. Wow, congratulations, man. I'm 1 year behind you. I'm joining you, man. I'm not waiting. He said, thoughts on these squads in the U.S. I know that the Philippines has them too. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. This is a perfect comment right here. We're always talking about the Philippines as if the same shit is not happening over there in your own country. Why are you asleep over there? It's people, I mean, it's really, I don't watch too much of the stuff. I do know what's going on over there, but I don't watch too much because I don't want to get infected with that matrix again. Because it's crazy now. Some guy, he squatted in the house. Then he's saying, well, he wants a certain amount of money before he'll move. Then he's gonna blackmail. See, pretty soon what's gonna happen is people are gonna start shooting these people. Okay? That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna ask you nicely, look, man, you gotta get out of here. You know this is my house. I don't know how they're even getting in there. Yeah, it's become a crisis, man. It's really time for the government to step in and do something. Yeah, he said, guys, hit the like button. He said, Calvin been giving gems for nothing already. Yeah. But remember, Situ de Salsa, I'm not doing this for free. The universe pays interest compounded upon interest. That's one of the lessons I've learned from Napoleon Hill years ago. I'm glad I did. Because you can't help somebody for free. You're going to get it whether you want it or not. It's coming. The reward is coming. The minute you make up in your mind to help somebody, your reward is on the way, man. I promise you. I helped insurance agents for 3 years. My wife told me I was a fool. Said I should charge them for taking them on appointments with me. Literally reigniting their careers is what I did. Guys was on their backs. I taught them that Medicare Advantage. 3 years later, boom, interest compound upon interest. My first check was $22,000. When I left the Medicare Advantage field, my last check was $67,000. I mean, I was kicked back, man. The universe would pay me, man. That's why I'm living the life I'm living now. The best I've ever known. So no, man, you know, they think they're getting it for free. The universe has a whole lot more money than they have. Yeah, but this squatter thing, man, it's gone crazy in America. You know, the greatest country that's ever existed. Yeah, right. Y'all drinking that Kool-Aid over there. Yeah, it's really hot. Open them windows, honey.
No, no, it's too hot outside, but it's still cool here. It's for 50 packs and what is it?
The what?
17,500.
For 50 people?
Yeah,
So is that what you getting, 50 or 40?
50.
How much did you give them?
Not yet.
Okay, how much you got to give them?
No, she's going to message me.
Just give them a down payment.
Don't
Yeah, yeah. He says that's a good point about the squatters. It's something I didn't think about with housing in the USA. He said, Brown out, man. I hope you guys don't burn up over there. Man, I mean, and she gonna shut the door, won't open the windows because it's too hot. Bullshit. I'm opening this. Well, hell, these damn windows is. Yeah, I'm about to get off here, guys. It's too hot. The aircon's gone. There's no fan. There's no nothing. Thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up. Shout out to my members. Thank y'all, man. If you're not a member, consider joining the channel, man. You get a free live stream every Wednesday, members only, exclusive content. But thank y'all so much, man, for all your support. I just hit 56,000. I quit counting, really, but I don't take it for granted, man. I could have never done it without y'all. If you'd have told me when I started this down in Zamboanga during the lockdowns, I mean, we were seriously locked down, that I would ever reach this point, that I wouldn't have believed you. I mean it, guys. So take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid like fly over here and get married. The thought of that, and the thought that people are doing that. That's why they get mad at me when I talk about stuff like that, because they've done it and they know the corner they painted themselves into. Okay, guys, take care.